Hey y'all, it's R.A.W. R.A.W allows me to admit that I don't know and gives me an opportunity to learn.
Hey y'all, this is Vanessa, and R.A.W allows me to be authentically myself while bringing you some cheese and some tea and a little bit of fun.
Hey guys, it's Katie, aka Karina. R.A.W is authentic conversation and it allows me to be right and wrong at the same time.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. Raw Conversations allows me to be aware, to be transparent, and of course, to grow.
Hey y'all.
It's Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, guys.
Happy Friday. Welcome to Raw Conversations. How y'all doing?
Welcome to Raw.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Welcome our returning co-hosts. We appreciate y'all returning and coming to join the conversation. For those of y'all who are new to the conversation, we are Raw Conversations and we have real authentic conversations. We are a panel of ladies. We are down one right now, but she'll be on shortly. But we're gonna give y'all some cheese. We're gonna go into our main topic after that. What are we talking about today, ladies? Normalizing multiple
partners.
I believe y'all got a touch of it last week on the show. When our bro shared the video, so we are definitely going into that topic and seeing if what this young lady is doing is correct.
That's right.
Right. It's better if it's correct.
But ladies, how y'all doing?
Good. I'm looking forward to sleeping tonight after the show because I feel like I haven't slept all week.
Mm-hmm. So this is a sign of getting old. Looking forward to sleeping.
Girl,
I'm right there with you, sis. Because when that 6 o'clock alarm go off during the week, I still gotta get up early tomorrow because the kids have basketball and ballet. However, at least it's 10 o'clock, so at least I can get to 8:30 at least. So I look forward to that. But other than that, it was a great week for me. I feel like it went fast. I don't know.
It did.
Even though I felt like January took forever. But we're here and it's February now. Wow.
The month of love, where we about to see matching pajamas.
Matching pajamas in February too?
Yeah, and that'll be the last of it. That'll be the last of it.
And no more of it.
The pajamas still going.
So you gotta go get your pajamas if you haven't cut up.
Matching outfits. Now, it doesn't
it ain't about no matching pajamas, really.
Matching outfits.
The only kind of pajama you're gonna see
flowers,
is lingerie,
teddy bears,
lingerie,
brand new car,
love messages,
engagement,
new house.
Amen.
Amen.
Clement, y'all. Clement is coming.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Oh, and if you haven't done it yet, share the show. Don't be petty. Share the show. Y'all know y'all can enjoy our conversation. Share the show.
They're lucky.
But before we get started, we are going to have a moment of silence here on our platform. Sorry, y'all, my phone started stirring. We're going to have a moment of silence on our platform. We did lose someone yesterday that was important to a lot of people. So we are going to have a moment of silence in her memory. And, you know, if anybody wants to say any one or two words, that's fine. But we're going to have a moment of silence and also just express our sympathies to her husband and her children and her family as well as they go through this time of grief. It's not going to be an easy thing to go through. It's not an easy thing to go through at all. But we just pray that God is able to carry them through this very difficult time, because that's the only place you can get your strength from when it comes to situations like this. So let's all just take a moment of silence. Oh, amen. Anybody want to say any couple of words or add anything additional?
I don't know if you mentioned her name,
No,
but
I didn't.
I guess so. Zenara Thomas Sherman, Prince Sherman's wife. If you know Prince, he's came from the group Glorious Lamb. It's where he gained popularity. Unfortunately, his wife passed away yesterday, who was very also very much involved in music and different other things. She was a wife, a sister, and everything to everybody. So we feel as the Liberian community are mourning along with him, and we do want to say we are very, very sorry. um Especially like seeing, where he was yesterday, like what do I tell the kids, and that's a is a real thing. So we want to say that we are praying with you all, and we pray that God will comfort everybody in this moment.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So we are going to get into some G's before we get into our main topic. Karina, I think you know more about this.
Yes,
So
yes,
you touch on that.
yes. I'm trying to find this. Sorry, yeah. Okay, so in a recent speech, I don't know if it was church or if it was a community event, but longtime warlord Prince Johnson went into a whole, how do you put it, a whole rant to the president of Liberia, JB Joseph Boakai. And he was upset because one of the things that Joseph Boakai has been talking about is to bring the war crimes court to Liberia, for all the folks that were somehow part of the war, or committed some serious like crimes. And
Uh-huh.
Prince Johnson being one of those people, because he led the whole Nimba clan, or whatever it is, the rebels. I don't go into like war history, but he ran into this serious rant while making his speech about this. So people are talking about it because it seems like he's upset because he's about to be on that list. And he's like, is this necessary? Pretty much like, who does the president think he is? You know?
The president.
So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But we know he will definitely be on there. But the thing that got me was that he's cool with the vice president. Like, that was his boy. Like, so I don't know if he feels like the vice president is going to like trade him. Like, I don't
To
know.
get him to what? So that way he would get away with it.
Like,
And remain where he at.
yeah, I don't know if he like, but then again, the vice president is in a different place. So when you get power, like now that friendship thing be out the window. It's almost like y'all are friends and then you become manager.
On the job. You gotta do what you
You
got
gotta
now.
do
I
what
gotta
you
tell
gotta
you
do.
what to do.
Like, y'all not the same. So I don't know if vice president Kuhn is going to think, oh, that's my friend, if the president's like, he got to go to the war crimes court. So, oh, thank you, Stanley. He was the leader of the INPFL. Could you break down what that stands for in the comments? So at least for our knowledge. But yeah, so that's in Liberia's news, and he went on a whole rant. Well, check out the speech when you have some time. Hello, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us. If you're just joining, we are having some juicy topic, normalizing multiple partners. That's our topic for tonight. But right now we're discussing G's, the T. Independent National Patriotic Front. That's
Oh,
that's the
Yeah.
thank you,
See, how I really
Jackie.
appreciate the co-hosts. They always get the right answers.
Man, that's why I
yes,
like your
yes.
business.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. International Independent National Patriotic Front of Liberia. That is what Prince Johnson was spearheading. So, if you think that he should be, indicted or go to wars crime court, drop your thoughts, feelings in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
How you feel about that, and how you feel about the whole situation? Like, should others be there? General Budnick. People are like, oh, he's a pastor now, blah blah blah. Like, I still think you still have to, you reap what you sow. So I still think he has to go through that process as well. But drop your comments. Hawa is coming. Hawa is running late, but she is coming.
She'll be on. She'll be on. She'll be on. Her sabbatical is over. Don't worry. She'll be here.
She is coming.
That's her, her sabbatical is over. She will soon be showing face in a couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Definitely.
you, Ralph. Ralph. Thank you for that. Yeah. So tell us how you feel about that. Should he also be put into the war crime court? Of course. I think yes. I think for many others, even our previous president,
Speaking
Yes,
of,
Johnson Sirleaf, Hawa is here,
There
guys.
she is. Y'all looking for her? There she is.
Hey y'all, I'm here.
Yes, honey.
Sorry guys, I have mommy responsibilities.
that's all
I
right.
apologize for being late, but I'm here. Hey,
Yes, 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 yes. We're talking about the G's, and we had a moment of silence for Z. So if you wanted to say anything
mm,
towards that, you can or not. Don't cry.
Yeah, the please, cause you already see she doing it.
so I know because she was my girl. That's my GRT sister, my choir member. We we had some good times in GRT. Great memories with Z. Always so fun loving, so expressive. Um, just go for what she wanted. That's what I would say. But most importantly, she loved the Lord. Okay. And she loved to sing. So when she and Prince started dating, I was like, this is a great couple because she loves the Lord. She loves to sing. And it just made such a great pair. Zinara, I know over the years since y'all moved to Tennessee, it's been a little distant, but we've always kept in contact. And Prince, my heart goes out to your family, the entire family. All of us, we are all mourning this loss. Z, you had a big heart and you touched so many lives. And I just want you to know that we all love you and we're praying for your family, for your kids, that God will continue to comfort them in this time. This is a tough time, and I can't even imagine what your family's going through right now. We love you. We love you, Prince. Um, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking before I start crying.
Yes,
Yeah.
Loma one more.
Mm,
I'm
yes,
she will
stressed
do
out
it.
that she loved
yes.
Liberian people.
Big, big
Yeah.
booty, Judy.
um,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so we're asking Karina before how I came in, we're asking people what they thought should happen. So we have a couple comments. Um, Ego said, I say no to that. Oh God, Lofa, what you say?
I say yeah.
National Pier.
Sorry.
Child, she don't have her glasses on.
There.
Yeah. Okay. So I've seen a lot of comments here that people feel like no, he shouldn't be. Um,
Who commenting that? I
Prince
don't
Johnson, Prince Johnson, and if you feel that way, I don't just want you to say no. Please let us know why. Like how are you feeling about this? Please let us know. But we'll keep moving to the next cheese because this one goes to our previous president, President Charles Taylor. But Taylor, this out, we will break our back. That
You
was
know what?
that my mom was like, we don't, like that is song that we used to sing because Charles Taylor, somehow, some way was looking out for the people. I don't know how or whatever, but that's the song that they sang.
You
Mm.
see, you talk about political thing, you show your face. This guy.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
This guy. Why you
Guys,
got
can I interrupt for a second and ask y'all to please share the show?
Yes.
If you're here and you join the show, you know somebody that might be interested, go ahead and share it, please.
Share the show, y'all.
Lofa, I know
Hello,
you're ready for
Lofa.
your input. Hello, sir.
Lofa, my Valentine's on you.
Hmm.
Don't do that
Make it
because
happen,
everybody
Lofa.
else is one, two, three, four of you guys. Don't do that. You should
Okay.
call me in the back so we could talk in the
Yeah,
back.
we'll call you right
Okay.
here.
Lofa, on you. I hope you're getting ready for us.
I got you guys. You guys are all covered.
SB, we hope you feel better soon.
But
SB, no,
am
the
I supposed
flu's
to chime
going
in
around.
or
Yes, go ahead,
Yeah,
chime
if
in,
you
bro.
want to
Go
come in,
ahead.
make your comment. I'm sure. Go ahead.
I'm
Go
going to
right
chime in
ahead.
on I hope I understood you guys right. Are we talking about the Cooper Cross appointment or I misunderstood what it was?
No,
Let me
no.
just
So I was saying that Prince Johnson this week went on a rant about the war crime court and talking about the president, and everybody saw that. So what I asked was for everybody to drop their comments in the chat about how they feel about the war crime, and then I went on to talk about President Charles Taylor, who's in prison cooking and almost living the life, gaining
uh,
weight and everything.
Don't
first
forget
of
it, man. Cooking gets
yeah.
out of me.
Do you guys believe? Do you guys believe that's him?
So first of all, let me just clear this out.
Wait.
The image
Okay.
that is circulating the social media about former President Charles Taylor, that is honestly not the former President Charles Taylor. Someone just took that picture and had it posted on there.
Mm,
Secondly,
Oh.
um, in addition to that, the post is not even real. The account that is being used to propagate that message is a fake account.
mm,
And what we say is
Oh.
that we would not say a fake account, but a pseudo, because on social media, no
yeah.
account is a fake account, but a pseudo
Mm-hmm.
account is one
Mm,
that right acts in that direction. It's not
Got it.
right. So just to clear that out. So yes,
thank you
and
for
I'm
that.
getting this
Thank
information. I'm getting this information directly from the I mean relative of the former president Charles Taylor, who
you.
called my attention to and say, "Hey, Lofa, please note that this picture is really not that of our relative," and they went in detail to explain that. So I'm just hopefully I use this platform to just make that clarity. I posted it on my page, but now that you guys are talking about it, I feel like it's only fair
Mm,
that I make that clarity. Secondly,
yes, thank
the,
you
the, the-
for
you're welcome. Secondly, they're renting. Oh, I didn't even say what's up to
that.
yo, come on now. Guys, why you guys doing that? I gotta say what's up to my girl Rox. Rock, what's up, mama?
Mother, how you doing?
I'm
Oh
doing all
Lord.
right. I'm
Here we
doing all right.
go.
There we go.
I got
Here we
distracted for a second. I got
go.
distracted for a second, but let me get back on this here. This is about Prince Johnson and his renting and the
Mhm.
establishment of the World Economic Crimes Court. If you will please allow me to use at least 2 or 3 minutes of the time to just
Mm.
expound on this,
Politics, you know
right?
you love it. Go ahead.
Mm,
Do not
But
stop
yeah,
you.
and I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I don't want to deviate from the topic, but the issue of the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court is very important to Liberia.
Mm,
A
mm,
lot of people see this as a witch hunt. That is not true. All right, the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court gave each and every one of us who, and I say us because I want to be inclusive so people understand that this is not a target at a specific person, but this is also to
Mm-hmm.
give people the opportunity to have themselves vindicated.
mm, mm,
Okay? The War Crimes Court was
Yeah.
never meant to target a specific person because we want to get you incarcerated or we want to make sure that, what we call our debts. Okay,
mm.
the person will pay our debt in Liberia. That's
Yeah.
not the case. That is not the case. The case here is to again set that precedence so that Hawa would not one day sit here and say, look, I'm sick and tired of bad governance in Liberia. So
Mm,
let me solicit funds to
mm,
take war to Liberia with the expectation that I can go out there and cause mayhem to innocent Liberian and then just get out the country and
mm,
come back wherever.
mm.
Secondly, the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court economically helps the country. You will create jobs. Okay? You will
Really?
create
Yeah.
jobs.
Mm,
You will create opportunity for a lot of Liberians. So when one speak of the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court, people try to stigmatize this entire process. Oh, they're coming for your relatives, your family member. That is not true.
mm,
That is not true. Your family members can actually benefit from the reality of being vindicated.
mm.
You no longer have to deal with the stigma of being a rebel because,
Yeah.
again,
That's
they will
good.
do their own investigation. They
Yeah.
will evaluate the entire process and say, you know what? This person who was a part of this entire process was a child soldier. And
Mm,
based on our evaluations, we observe that these things had to play in. But
yeah.
again, it will be competent people. You will have had your time through the court of competent jurisdictions. And so when any after that, when anyone else is speaking about these things, you can say, look, I went to the court, just like in Liberia.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
today, we have no way of making these cases, and we are here claiming Prince Johnson is on a signal or he's highlighted. The reason being is Prince Johnson, have refused to show some remorse. Okay,
Mm,
if
yeah.
I'm a part of anything, you would think that Prince Johnson's supposed to be like Yeke Koluba or what's his name, Joshua Bly, and other people who are consistently saying we deserve to go through the process, and
Yeah.
if found guilty, we should be
Yeah.
prosecuted.
Yeah.
But in
Mm-hmm.
on the other hand, Prince Johnson is saying, "I'm a hero."
Yeah.
I,
Now, do you think that the Nimba people enable him too much is why he feels that entitlement?
well, not
Yeah.
technically, because our society as a whole, again, we have not been given the exposure. Prince Johnson did what he had to do. He manipulated everything else, and the people felt like he was a hero because the previous president, the late President Samuel Doe, also contributed to some extent. And when Prince Johnson came in, it just became a whole mess. So the people of Nima County felt like, look, we must defend our own. And this is why we are saying allow the War Crimes Court, not just the War Crimes Court, but the War and Economic Crimes Court to be implemented and let the people go through the process so that all of you who may have been a part of the process or involved can be vindicated. And then we can come back to the table and say, okay, now this is a time for reconciliation. You cannot reconcile an entire country without a justice and accountability. That's false. Because somebody may be walking around the streets and saying to you, look, I agree you want to reconcile, but if you don't give me justice, I will wait until that perfect moment and I shoot somebody else in the head. And that is in retaliation Do you really want to experience that? Do you want the young people to take to the streets all the time in retaliation? No, we must set precedents. And in order to be successful at it, this is where it starts. And that's why the likes of myself and other people are asking Emmanuel Savis, give him credit for his consistency in the advocacy and the desire to make sure that justice is served in Liberia. And this is where we find ourselves. We cannot ignore the basic things. Look, young women in Liberia, their early childhood was taken away. Okay, what does that say to our society? Okay, young people who should have been given the opportunity to experience the early, just what being a child. Let me just say in general, being a child was taken away from them. What does that say about our society? In order to build or even create a much more vibrant society, we must encourage the idea of justice and accountability. When we start providing justice, when we start making sure that our women, our daughters, our young boys are protected in a society, we will start to build for ourselves young men who are ready and available to serve from all capacity, and women would not be left out of the discussion. They will be considered a part of the workforce, and of course we will be much more of an inclusive society, and that's what we are fighting for. And that's why when we say we want justice and accountability, we want the war on economic crime squad, we are saying the precedents must be set in order to in order for us to move Liberia forward. So when you hear Prince Johnson saying all of these things,
Mm-hmm.
just to answer the question and be a little bit more concise about it, is that he's trying to run away from the reality. And that appears to me that he's being a little bit more defensive. That means there's something he's hiding that he
Mm-hmm.
wants you or myself to uncover. And that's why a lot of people will continue to mention Prince Johnson and other people. But I think he should just allow the process to play out so
Absolutely.
can benefit. All of us can benefit from justice and accountability. We all, to some extent, we are victim of the war. So I think it's only fair.
Yeah. And then the other thing I wanted to mention was I know y'all have your sentiments about the current president, but do you think that this is one of the good things that he talked about? Because I know y'all don't like the man, but do you think this is something good?
Well, for the most part, it's not about an individual's view. I think it's about what is good for Liberia. And when we are to look at Liberia, we must look at it from a broader perspective, not just an individual view. I personally could have been against the election of Honorable Boykai, but if he intend to do what Liberia wants, and that is to bring good governance to the country, and part of good governance is the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court that would set that precedence, then I would say to you, let's do it. Then I support you wholly and solely. Let us not make decisions based on our close proximity to people in government. That should not be. If I'm supposed to make a selection, if I'm to elect somebody to serve as maybe the director of nursing in Liberia, and I want to make that decision, let me look at Hawa and look at her work experience, her education, and the impact that she have made at the various places or agencies that she have worked, and say, look, we need your expertise in Liberia. We may not be able to pay you, but we want to negotiate with you and see what you can contribute, the sacrifice that you're willing to make in Liberia in order to help develop our healthcare sector.
Absolutely.
It should not be based on
Who you
the,
know.
the political aspect of things where young men and women are chanting or they're saying themselves on the social media 24/7 trying to propagate messages that they themselves don't even understand. Instead, they are tutored to say something specific, and then they come out to be again well inclined, educated, knowledgeable of the subject matter. Unfortunately, that is not the case. So all of these things, it combined, I would say to you, we definitely will support the idea of good governance if
Mhm.
that is the intent. If that is what Honorable Boycott is going to do, then yes, I support him 125%. I don't care who's being appointed into office, but let it be about transformation. We
Yeah,
must put ourselves on the right trajectory to move Liberia forward.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for your 2 cents.
Hmm.
We are here for it. Don't leave because you gotta do us.
I'm here. I'm here.
We're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna go to the American news just for a split second. The girls have been going at it. So I'm gonna let my good sis Rasin chime in on this. Between the city girls. The city girls are going at it. Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion. Talk about that. Tell us about that because you were into it.
You're on mute, Roxanne.
I was into it for the most part. It's not like I listen to both of them music. Honestly, I really don't. But I think that it's just the way how far it went. A lot of people looking at it, this is not necessary. So for some of you who don't know, I'm gonna just do a quick recap. Megan put out a song. In the song, she made a short, this about what she said. She said, these HOES, these hoes, they mad at me, they're mad at Megan Law. So Nicki Minaj took it as like a hit, like she coming at her because her husband got the whole Megan's Laws thing and her brother and all that stuff. Anyway, she came up with a diss track the very same day. She went hours ranting online, and then she came up with a diss track. In the diss track, she was dissing her, and then she went as far as telling her to dig up her dead mother. She was, insulting her mom, and she was insulting her about getting shot by Tory Lanez. Talk about she don't have a good foot. At least she got 2 feet. She doesn't have good feet. She need to dig up her mother and apologize to her. So a lot of people see that as distasteful. Like it went too far when you are talking about someone's dead mother. So a lot of people didn't like that, and they dragged her on the internet for that, honestly. And the music overall was trash. If you listen to it, it's just nothing but ranting. Like it's almost like someone going out of their mind.
That's
Um,
all she literally did was copy and paste her Twitter, what she was saying on Twitter, and made a diss.
it made a diss. And it didn't make no sense. It didn't have the effect that she was expecting, honestly, because she really got dragged on social media for that. But a lot of people, it's not so much with the rap beef because everybody know that's how Nikki is. It's just the fact that she went too far when she talked about her mom. Everybody are sensitive about stuff like that. Death is not for one person. I don't think that's a comment that should have been made. Nobody should even say that overall. If you end up beef with someone, that's not something you should even say to try to put the other person down. So that was what was going on social media with that.
You
So
know, the part that had me on Roxanne was when there was, I don't know how true it is,
mm,
supposedly where Megan's mom remains is is
mm-hmm.
when saying that they have to put security there because what they call it,
Nikki's bar.
Barbs.
barbs, the barbs wanted to go over there, and that's when I'm like, okay, so maybe she didn't realize what she said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now when they were saying that this is happening, people are trying to go there. You will not come and talk to your face and be like, hey, listen, it's not that deep. That's when I lost respect now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I get it. It's beef because we can say, she took it too far, but at the end of the day, talking about her husband is bad too
Mm-hmm.
because that's her family.
Mm-hmm.
But in the same token, girl, that was trash. And then now that people are supposedly going to somebody's mom's remains, and you don't think that this is when I should step up and say, yeah, I'm rapping, I'm sitting at home. You're not going to do none of those things.
Yeah.
So if you get your fans that's die hard, that's going to go crazy for you,
Mm-hmm.
you should at least try to stop it. And that's when I was like, nah, sis. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I heard it when I feeling her for my get Cardi now. She don't come to Maggie.
Yeah, that was just the state. So overall, I feel like this is a lesson learned for people in general. You can be a fan of someone, or you can be related to someone, best friends with someone. If they're doing something distasteful, you have to call them out. You can support someone and still,
Yep,
call them out. It's okay. But the
exactly.
people who are behind her and thinking that's okay, I don't understand that.
Yeah, Nikki is on some stuff. If I was Megan, I would be posting all the pictures of her deflated ass all on. social media. Okay, how 1 minute it looked this
But
way and that way,
you know what,
and all of
Vanessa?
this because it's
She
this.
didn't even. The thing about it, she didn't even say a lot. Like she has so much she could say about you, but she just said,
No, she just chilling and just letting you giving her some more promotion because to tell you the truth,
yeah,
I
she
didn't
really
necessarily
upset.
listen. I didn't necessarily
Me
listen
neither.
well until Nikki started making it a big
Yes.
deal and started going to her rant. So I had to go see, okay, what was so much said about it. But I felt like regardless of them whatever is saying Megan's law, it's not a lie. A husband went in jail for being a sexual predator. He raped somebody. That one not.
And so was her brother. So
And so was her brother. So if somebody talking what happened, man, it happened. That's a man you choose to go
Balala.
by the end by Allah, that a man you choose to go behind. But she should be mindful. She forget that her dad recently passed from being hit by a car. So you have lost a parent before and you still have your mother. So
so
you
sensitive.
yeah, so that's to me that's like such and maybe because I've lost my mom or whatever, but even for me, not even if I didn't, like I think that's disgusting for you to mention someone's mother. That is,
God forbid. You
especially
talk
since the
about
mother has passed. Like you don't have no idea what that is to be in. Is like a club that nobody wants to be in, and you don't know how that feels. So I think that was absolutely you could have came at Megan with everything else besides you talking about her mom. And like you said, for it to go far for people to want to go dig her mom's grave and dig her up, and then you don't say anything about it. So why? I mean, I can enjoy Cardi when Cardi ready for her. Can Cardi can deal with her and be ready to beat her ass.
I think she's just too old. Like you're
She's
40.
on drugs. When
I
I
mean,
when I when I get
Cardi
on
is not
Nikki,
old. Cardi's not old.
yeah, Cardi, she talking about Nikki.
You know how to
no, but she's
like,
not old.
But
She's not
Nikki's not old. Nikki is just on that stuff. Her man, that man she get making her go crazy.
40 not old, 40 is mature.
She's not old.
Put it
No,
that
I-
way.
That's what I mean. I just
Yeah.
what I mean. Like
My
people like
sister,
I'm grown. I'm too old for this. That's what I
my
mean.
sister
Like
keeps saying like she better say her old self. I'm like, hey, she's not old. Like,
Oh,
it had to you.
But that's what that was. I've been so lost. I saw a picture of Nikki with the butt. So I was like, why?
Yeah, everybody just saying if they were Megan, I was gonna post that deflated butt. I really was because so
my
many pictures of the butt is like that.
no, I
You
prefer silence. I like the fact that she's
y'all
not
look,
referring
you
to
know
her.
what? That's what
I
I was
like
about
that.
to say, Roxanne. She just said mad at Megan's law.
Mm-hmm.
And she took it this far.
This far.
And you just mad. And you know what? Hurt people.
Hurt people.
Hurt people.
that's absolutely right.
And we'll leave it as
When
that.
somebody have their own personal thing that they're dealing with, you I guess Megan's like, sis, stay right there, do what your thing what you're dealing with, because
Right.
you are literally going down the drain. Like, I mean, if you watch the live and you hear the things she's saying, it's so crazy. Like it's
You
so
lied
it's
on your
sad
dead mama.
that
What
she
is
have a
that?
whole team of people around her that's not, hey, sis, log off the internet. Like, just sit this
Yeah.
one out.
Because all of them are paid to be around her and be stupid.
I
Mhm.
literally shut someone out for talking about my mom, especially my dead mother. Like,
I mean,
I'm gonna shut you off. I'm gonna put you in a box. I'm gonna leave you there because that's where you belong.
I
If
mean,
you
I
want to
don't.
talk about my,
I don't know if I'm gonna be B person. I don't know if I was gonna cuss her, but I was just gonna keep posting her and put Megan's law across the deflated butt.
Oh gosh.
The girl didn't even call her name. That's the funny part.
Right,
It was just
right.
a vague, statement. So
Because no way you talking. No way you
no,
talking.
but what I'm saying is that I didn't. I put them in a box because at that time, like you just in a box because at that time, what can you really say to them? What can you really say? Like if you're gonna think that low and use someone's dead mom, I should come back.
right.
You ain't worth the fight.
And
Yeah.
there's so many other things you could say, but that's what you.
Yeah,
And then you
you
said
ain't worth the
you
fight.
lied on
I'm
your
gonna leave you right
mom,
there.
and she that Megan's messing with her stepdad. All kinds of crazy thing. That like, girl, what are you talking about?
yeah, no. But
Yeah.
the internet did drag her. She thought everybody was gonna be standing by her for that. It was like, no, sis.
No, I mean if people stand by her, there's something wrong somewhere.
But
Because
they did.
They did. Why they had to put security around Megan's mom grave because they were trying to dig her mom's grave
first
up?
of all, these fans, like I'm not gonna talk to her because we be
But
have
yeah, you too,
we
child.
at it.
No, I don't do that for Beyonce.
I ain't doing it for nobody.
Nobody.
I'm not even gonna say that, but I'm just saying like y'all gotta really think
that
twice. Y'all gotta think about what fight y'all fighting. Like
Right.
somebody's grave? Like
Yeah,
somebody's grave? Are you
That's
kidding me?
the dad? Are you crazy?
Are you kidding me? All
I'm
right. They got
sorry.
the
If
right
I was Megan, now I gotta beat your ass. I'm sorry.
But that's what I'm saying. I said if that were Cardi right now, ah man.
I can't. Y'all
I
better
want to
watch.
say what we saying. I brought a monkey know what tree to do what? What the
Right.
harm on? Because
Nah.
she know who to carry it to.
Cardi would have already met her at some function and be
Yep.
ready to
You
be
know,
on that.
Megan's a hot girl, so she not
yeah,
gonna
man,
do it.
Megan, the hot
She
tea,
got time for that.
She's gonna twerk.
a city girl. She gonna
Mhm.
city her way out.
That's
Oh
right.
Lord.
But in other news, we don't know if we're headed to war. Um, was it this week? The Pentagon released news that three people have been killed due to a strike that came from, I believe, Iraq. So now the U.S. has responded.
Oh God.
Yes, they have, and they strike back.
Hmm.
So we don't know, what's gonna happen.
Right.
But we wanna we pray those people rest in peace.
Yeah, I believe I saw it was like
Family,
three black people.
Three
three
And
black.
black. Mm-hmm.
I saw
Three
the
black.
girls I saw the girl's mom was
Mm.
it hurt me watching her mom
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about it on the news today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Roxy, you're
Yep.
muted. She's talking to us.
Yeah.
No, she's not. She's
Yeah.
not.
So, but y'all are here, and we got to get to the topic.
Yep.
Yes.
Latvia is really, really into the politics talks right now. I mean, we
Yeah.
acknowledge you. We don't want to like. We
The
really
Please
do
do.
let's just read one of the comments. But
acknowledge
Who's
the truth and reconciliation.
You're not gonna be able to stay on politics tonight, girl.
reconciliation.
Yeah.
is Truth and Reconciliation Commission Act
I see something about
T,
1979.
which is CRC, to promote national
That's long.
peace, security, unity, and reconciliation by investigating gross human rights violations and violations of humanitarian law, sexual violations, and economic crimes that occurred between January 1979 and October 2003. The commission may explore the period before 1979 as needed, and it is mandated to determine whether abuses were isolated incidents or a part of a systematic pattern. I gotta keep reading on the screen. Establish the ascendants and circumstances. The comment can't continue. It's too long.
You too.
Yeah. But
We'll put the politics next time.
thank you for your input. For sure, for sure. We got something special coming up for y'all politicians. So y'all tune in for that soon.
Yeah.
However, tonight we finna gonna talk about normalizing multiple partners. Are you ready? Because tonight is the girls' chat room. I'm just kidding.
They're coming for you.
City
Where
girls.
is
No, I'm
our
playing
ball?
minute.
City girls up 1,000 in their conversation.
Where is our boss? Boss, we ready for the video.
Let's
However,
hear our video.
last week, as we were talking towards the end, there was a video that came up, and we wanted to discuss this in its entirety because this is a whole thing that's been happening. So we want to put it out there in the light. We want to educate about it. We want to discuss about it. So we're gonna play the video again. Let it sink in, and then we will chat. Look forward, our boss. We ready for the video?
But
Yeah.
hold on, guys. I'm here, but I was just I got caught off guard. I was doing something else. I'm sorry. Can we start a conversation while I try to cue it in? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I was caught off. I was caught off guard. I told you guys.
Who are you looking at? I got you caught up. I wonder.
Why
Yeah.
you blush?
I don't know who sent you some type of text message.
You're
or
blushing
email
right
that got you
now.
blushing. Oh,
Stop.
You're
Can
blushing,
you guys,
girl.
no,
We
no,
see
seriously, can you
you.
guys at least start the conversation about it while I try to get the video, please?
yeah.
Oh, you're shying away from the
Why, so
conversation.
you
No,
shy?
no, I'm not. I'm just saying you can start it while I do the work in the back to get a video.
Okay.
On.
That's how you're trying to shy away.
So just
Oh.
would you
How the
ladies
baby doing?
while Lupa is trying to stir up drama?
I wish I need. You know what? Maybe that's what I need in my life. And a baby, because
Nah,
Jonathan is 6 years old. So
nah. But while Lupa is trying to pull up the video, y'all let me know. would you imagine yourself sharing, would you imagine sharing yourself with different men at the same time?
Sure.
Okay. You start.
Wait, you asking us a question?
Yes,
If we imagine it,
yes. Would you imagine yourself doing that?
No, ma. I'm
That's
not
too
gonna.
much
um,
work.
it can
That's
be
too
like
much
a
work.
fantasy, but I don't know if that's a reality or not.
That's too much work.
Yeah,
Um,
no. That's too much effort.
My ladies in the chat, drop your answer. Do you imagine yourself being in a multiple partner relationship with multiple men? Serious relationship, not just, oh, I'm talking to Dave, or I'm talking to Diane, I'm talking to this person. Not that. Like, actually, like Rebecca said, loving to multiple men.
I got love in a long time.
You got it.
Ooh.
Our loving business will not
Tell
be
us
hide and seek.
tell us how you feel about that while we await um the video, because we want to incite all the men that were like coming in like never, never, never.
but wait
Yeah,
now,
but,
if
but
the
but they
men
can
they
do
can
it.
do it, why the women can't?
They
I'm
can
gonna
do
ask
it, but the
you
women they can do it. Mm.
Ah,
Yeah,
so
I want somebody to explain the double standard. So if any man out there that can explain that, I'm all
that.
ears.
Just share the show and comment, y'all.
yes,
So,
comment.
what
So
are our women that usually on here? We need you to speak up tonight for your girls. Like,
Because
would
the
you?
men they're gonna take that side for sure.
So what you're saying now? You're saying that they think that it gotta do it with sleeping with multiple men, or do I have one for conversation? Do I have
No,
one
not that
no,
what I
no,
mean.
no,
running?
no. You
No,
are in an
no.
intimate relationship with these men. Now, it's not gonna.
Never, I like that idea. Never. I
The
actually really
question
like
is,
that idea.
do
You
you
know, I'm
imagine
thinking.
yourself dating multiple partners as a woman at the same time? Do you imagine yourself dating multiple
It's too
partners
much
at the
work,
same
man, Karina.
But and I also stretch the questions out to men, even though this is the women's chat room tonight. But men, can you
They
imagine
will say
yourself
yes. They will say yes.
dating multiple
They
women
will say yes.
Guys,
at the
Uh,
can I ask you a
Yes.
favor? Karina, can one of you guys actually please send me that video again, please? I think I took it off for some reason. But if you will please, I think you guys were tagged in it on
Yeah,
Raw.
Vanessa sending it to you right now.
I'm sending
Thank
it
you,
to you.
Vanessa.
Hold
But
on.
I think I want to charm in on this particular part while I wait for the video to be sent to me
Look
though.
at you. Why
Aren't,
Yeah,
you
aren't
wait.
you
watching
guys
me?
aren't you guys the same people who often say the issue of polygamy should be across the board where women should be given opportunity? And I'm hearing
Yeah,
you
not
guys
now
now.
they won't answer.
I'm hearing you
no,
guys
I can
saying you will
answer.
not do it. So where do you want the equality here? Don't you also want to feel the equal balance when it comes to relationship? Some women would say if men can do it, all right. There are some men out there who want multiple women in their circle,
Mm-hmm.
and this comes back to women. Do you all want to have equal opportunity to have multiple men in your circle? So don't just to have some kind of equation here. Let's balance the conversation. I think it will. I
Yeah,
personally,
I
from a
said,
No.
man, from a man's perspective,
uh-huh.
the minute you decide to do it, I would decide to say bye bye.
Yeah,
So
That's my
so
view.
sorry, go ahead. Sorry for calling you, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say no. I am not competing with no guy on.
It's not a competition. It's an agreement.
It's
It's
an
not a
agreement.
That
competition.
No,
makes it
I
that
got
makes it a
terms to
competition.
define
Every
because there's a
competition,
difference between
you
polygamy
agree.
and the term that we're going to be discussing. I'm gonna just need you to play that video so it can sit in the people's brain before I start defining terms here.
Okay, and that's fine. If you sent it to me, didn't you?
So
You think a messenger
I
easily?
like Fifth Joy. Well,
Vanessa is
kind
the
of
only person who
oh
somewhat.
yeah,
I like what she said.
what face said she can
Okay,
do
so
it.
this is a sexual relationship. I'm asking about, just so you know. This is not like I was saying before. It's not, oh, I'm here flirting with Dave. I'm flirting with Elijah.
Amen.
I'm talking to this person. I'm talking to that person. You are in a relationship, an intimate relationship with these people, whether it's men or men dating multiple in a relationship with multiple women.
Hmm.
Hmm.
You
So when
know,
I
dating.
answer on less sex is involved.
Yes, because sex is involved. Now you're not having sex with the people at the same time, but like
We
But
get
that's
it.
still a lot of
Right,
work.
everybody have that day, right?
yes, everybody has their days.
I don't know. I don't know what difference it makes, though. Whether it is about when you're getting involved with that person. At the end of the day,
You're
you
all
are
going.
still just sharing yourself with
But that's it. But that's the
multiple
same thing
with,
like a
with,
man having multiple
with a
wives.
multiple and that's the reason why. Look, there's a difference though. Let me tell you this from not
Mhm.
from a not from a medical perspective, not from anywhere. Women receive, men give. So that's just it's easy, common sense. Like you're receiving,
You're still
you're
sharing
giving.
bodily fluid, whether you giving or
No,
receiving. You're still
we,
sharing.
we are the one we gave. So even the Bible said, learn to give. So
Wait.
I'm just saying,
Mm-mm.
I'm not saying we should turn this into
No,
a
he
religious.
didn't.
I'm
No,
not
he
saying we should
didn't.
turn this into a religious conversation. I'm just saying, even the Bible is in agreement with sharing. So, and
So
when
Wait.
you're
far.
giving, if you're the one giving, I think it's only fair for you to be free-handed, as we call it in Liberia. Give.
Let's define
But
that term.
if you're the one
That's
receiving, then be very manageable. Be very manageable of what you're
Okay.
being
So let's
provided.
let's let's define some terms. So
Uh-huh.
normalization one is refers to social processes through which ideas and actions come to be as seen as
Hmm.
normal and
Hmm.
become taken as our natural everyday lifestyle. That's what normalization is, right? All
Okay.
right. So let's define what we see here. Play the video and then we'll define that.
Okay. So let's. All right. Let's get to the video here, and all right.
Oh my god, baby,
Yeah, check this comment out.
baby. Come in. I'm so glad to see you. You look
I
awesome.
do. It'll be my first time meeting David. Not sure what to expect. Hey.
David.
Hey, what's up, babe?
Remember Carl.
What's happening,
Oh,
man?
man.
It's been years, almost a decade. You know what I'm saying? Come
And
on, man.
this is Tiger David.
Heard a lot about you, man. What's with you, man? You all the same damn height? Almost.
The brotherhood is together. No, just have a seat. Let me take your bag.
You know, Kenya was very giddy, and we haven't really seen her in that state in a while. Kind of like tripping over herself.
It puts me a little on edge because I'm suddenly being moved out of Kenya's bedroom just as another person is suddenly coming back into her life.
This is Moonstone. Moonstone, say hi to David.
Hey, Moonstone.
Say that's daddy number 3.
We gotta talk about that. Kenya's
Hi,
great.
Yaka.
Same, it's beautiful. Same shape, same exact energy, same person.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
So what's going on, fellas?
Hey,
What's
man.
going on?
Just chilling, just chilling. What are you doing now?
I produce and create music.
Okay, that's what's up. You and Kenya, you know, you guys were really in love and had an amazing relationship.
Those are
And then you
gems.
guys went your separate ways. What do you feel that it is about now that brings you all back together?
So my main thing is about money now. I decided, I gotta take care of my mom, take care of my family in general. So I don't really have time to invest in a woman 100% no
Gotcha.
more. But I still want, affection and love. I feel like Kenya is the only one who can understand my lifestyle right now. I definitely feel like we have a stronger connection now that we can understand each other's perspectives. It just makes sense.
I'm going to take out Moonstone. You're okay here with the guys?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we'll just chop it up. The three of us will just talk and
This
chop
is
it up.
going swell. Thank you. I'm the luckiest woman on the planet. It's so nice that Tiger and Carl want to vet David. Like, what if a woman had a man to vet all of her new dates that she met online, to make sure he's cool, to talk to him, let him know what we expect here? You understand? That's like a privilege.
Oh, yeah.
This is some mega simp
Ish.
Not
And the
true.
crazy part is, I can't even blame the woman, but I gotta say she is definitely not for the street. I saw this title somewhere else. It says she owned the street. She might give the streets a run for their money. The crazy part about it is she ain't even in the streets. She home with her, not one man, not two men, but all three. She living life the way she want to live it, and I can't get mad at her.
I can't get mad.
This is more so the dude's fault. See, I saw this video. I saw this little topic a couple of days ago floating around the internet, and I started to touch on it. And I said, man, I ain't got time for that entertainment BS, man. This is on TV and all that stuff. They doing this to get ratings. And now that I saw the second clip and the third man on came in, it's only right for me to go ahead and boil and bask into this entertainment, shall we? And you know, on one end, I try not to get into it because, like I said, these people pick the most bizarre stories and they sell it to us. Now, the question we have to ask is this real?
Yes.
Well, here's one thing that we do know. We don't know who it is, but somebody, some woman out there is living like this. I can guarantee you. There's some dudes out there that would allow this type of behavior to go down.
Pause
Now,
right
it was
there.
already weird when the first husband allowed the second husband to come in and they do their thing. Now they sitting back and it's starting to boil in. That heat is starting to get real hot up in the kitchen, ain't it? No real man is going to sit back and allow that to happen. To be honest, I would have been gone on the first one. But this is why this story is being passed all around the internet, because the average man won't do no junk like this. We're not going for that.
That's a lot of double
And
standards.
that's why it's so bizarre. Because the crazy part about it is, a lot of women wish they could live like that, though. That's why it's been passed around like that. And a lot of dudes want to live like that as well. So let's go back to the are we equal type of thing. Men want polygamous marriages, right?
Mm-hmm.
We want multiple wives. That's what they say, right? Well, now it's a woman out here doing it, and she getting her play on, and starting to look real funny style. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, I can't get mad at her, man. I can't.
You can't.
But boy,
I pause it right there, Lofa. Thank you.
Can't. Double standard if you did.
So what you just witnessed here in the video of this multiple partner thing that Kenya has going on is a word that is known as polyamory. Polyamory spelled Polyamory. And what is that? Okay, so it's a compound of two words. I'm calling Professor Dean tonight.
Yeah, break it down, sis.
Polyamory is a compound of two words. Poly, which stems from the Greek word many, and amor, which is a Latin word, stems from Latin for love. So it refers to the practice of having more than one committed, loving sexual relationships at the same time. But the sexual relationship or the sex doesn't happen exactly at the same time, as in like if y'all were having a threesome. It's not like that. So everybody gets their time, but you guys are still in a committed relationship. So a polyamorous relationship is supposedly, it's different. It's not like swinging where you're just having recreational or casual sex, right? It's a more committed thing that you have. Now, there are many variations of polyamorous relationships, including triad, V, quad, polyandry. Y'all look at me.
No, because the Molly.
I know. As I said, call me Professor D.
You lost me after the first
Okay,
one.
I'm getting it. Polyandry.
Right. So there's and then there's many others, right? So but the common thing right there is that the relationships, all parties are consenting and non-monogamous. Like They are all in agreement. So this is why you can see that this gentleman is getting introduced to the other two partners, because everybody, well, they have to agree. So everybody has to be in agreement if he's going to join in on the show. So what it looks like, it's not a triad. It used to be a triad going on, but now is a quad. So there's four of them now, right? If he's going to join in, right? So it's like, again, I give another example. Let's say we use a person named Nick, right? Nick is polyamorous and he has multiple committed relationships. So each partner is aware of the other, and they have varying levels of emotional, sexual intimacy. It's different levels. Okay? Are y'all understanding what I'm
Yes.
We're
We
right
got
there
you,
with
Big
you.
Papa.
okay?
Go
So
ahead, Thomas.
you might be wondering, like, oh, what's the difference between well, isn't that polygamy? No, polygamy is different from
Polyamory.
polyamory. It's different. There's a lot of polys going on here. Polygamy is different from polyamory.
It's okay, friend.
So polygamy involves the act of marrying multiple people. Again, polygamy involves the act of marrying multiple people, while being polyamorous, that means that you could be married but have multiple partners outside of your marriage, with each person being in agreement. So with being the polyamory, you don't have to be married, but you can be married. But however, everybody's in agreement. But with polygamy, that's the act of marrying multiple people. It could be men or women. Okay, so polygyny.
It's okay to know.
Phil Joy, you confused?
Wait.
I'm just trying to break down some terms.
We got you confused
Pick
here.
the one. Pick the polyamory.
With it poly dip, multiple this,
Pick
multiple
the
that.
polyamory.
So, but this, what we just saw in the video, essentially is polyamory.
Yeah.
That's what we saw. So, like I said from the beginning, what it is that you are in a committed, loving, sexual relationship at the same time with, people. It could be multiple people. That's all it is. The
And
thing
everybody's
is,
in agreement.
everybody has to be in agreement. The
Okay.
reason why I brought polygamy up is some might look at this and say, oh, that's polygamy. It is not polygamy. That's why I wanted to define the term for polygamy, because polygamy is being married to multiple people, but polyamory is different from that. So what we are watching here is polyamory. Okay, if you don't remember anything tonight, just know that is a bunch of people in a committed sexual relationship. They're loving to each other.
Yo, the co-host, they get really very weak.
They're loving to each other.
Really, really?
Period.
PR one and PR two.
Just say P1, P2. Finish. Because you're
Okay,
killing yourself with the
okay.
words, man.
You need something now.
Yeah.
Y'all, I don't know. Let me tell you, I was studying this, and I kept putting on the speak, right, like, how you do your the pronunciation.
Yeah.
I was like, polyamory, because there were so many different polys going on.
Yeah, man.
Stanley, I'm with you. Poly one, poly two.
So what?
Or poly four.
So so what we'll call it is the polar relationship. That's what they call it in short, polar relationship. So the polar relationship, yes, there is no marriage. There's no marriage involved, and we'll talk about that down the line.
Let that one.
That's
On
the
the
case.
both spell polo with PO.
Polar relationship. So that's POLO, polar relationship. So when you hear polar relationship, that's a polyamorous relationship. Okay. All right. So now let's get to the question part, right? Now, for a long time, we've seen men do this. We've seen shows where men are in a polyamorous relationship or a polar relationship with multiple women, right? But TLC decided to flip the script. Now we see a woman doing it, right? And then now the men are offended somehow, like, I would never. Why do you guys think women are jumping? Why do you guys think women are jumping on the wagon?
There's another lady, Katie, too, that they also have children. I
Mm.
forgot her name,
So
but she
so
was a
so
popular YouTuber, and she's like really beautiful, and she got her boyfriend and her husband, and they have children in the house, in their home. The man, children with a boyfriend, children with a husband, and I'm just like, what is this? But this is what it is. People, women are, because sometimes back in the day when women do it, even now, they they will try to still be sneaky because you worry about that man's ego to know that you're not the only one, right?
Mm.
So you will still be lying about it, trying to be this goody two shoe, but when he leave, you go to the other one. Now you get an opportunity to live in your truth. And listen, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
So
I
why?
mean,
So why you think now that women are jumping on the polo relationship train? Before that wasn't the case. People were afraid. But
no, you know what I think it is? Because marriage is not necessary. You know how like the men want to do it when they used to do it or are doing it culture wise. It was married 2 or 3 women, right? They're
yeah.
committed. Whereas in this, anybody can walk away at any time. So I think that's why women are getting on the bandwagon because she can say no to this guy. That's it. Your time is up. She's not. She don't have to be married to him. And most of the guys, they're okay with that. Also, based on the same level of commitment, they're not committed. It's an agreement, but it's not a commitment.
Yeah,
So when
you see in the video the guy said what he say? He said he wants the love and affection, but he doesn't want to give himself full time,
right,
be a full
right.
time man
That's it.
to
That's it.
fully
And I
do that.
think,
So it's like it's a convenience for him that
yeah,
okay, if I'm in a time or a space where I want that love and affection, I'm gonna get it. I don't be bothered. I don't have to worry about her getting mad at me because she got the next and the next to go to.
right. It's. I'm telling you, that's what it
But
is.
yeah, that's the thing though. You guys are saying that Karina specifically said, saying that why is it that women all of a sudden want to jump on this
No,
bandwagon? How do we know that this is something that haven't been going on for a long time?
It's been going for a
It's going
while.
on a long time. They're just putting it in
And
front
they're
of
not
our face
open.
on TV. But there's been a thing.
no, I can understand that it's been a thing, but it's not a thing that we've been talking about. Now we are. So why all of the sudden do you think that is culturally the culture changes, or this women empowerment thing?
Because this generation is more accepting to a lot of things, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
strange things. Okay, you
Everything.
gonna see person laughing when I brought
Mm-hmm.
up the body massage. I didn't know that was a thing, but I found out it is.
And,
So
and transgender, they're arguing with all so they can get periods. So
and,
what to do?
and so they figure, well, since the generation is confused, let's confuse them even
Sorry.
more. Let's put this out there. So might as well just put it all in the pot and mix it up. That's just what this is.
So okay, so with respect to the direction that things are moving and everything being acceptable, who do you feel, which gender do you feel will be or is more polyamorous?
It's always been men because men can be polyamorous whether you agree to it or not.
Or not against your will. But you not.
That's all I'm
No,
saying.
no, no, but that's not polyamory. That's cheating. If you don't know, these relationships, they know, they are told,
Okay.
they agree.
Yeah.
No, we understand, we agree, but what we saying is they can
Regardless.
do it with or without consent.
Regardless.
Oh, it's
With
not
or
the same
without,
thing.
they will still do it. They still do it.
No,
We
that's
know it's not the
cheating.
same thing, but we saying they will do it with or without consent.
So you feel because of that, men are more polyamorous?
Yeah, there's so much evidence of, I mean, unless we're not seeing it with women, maybe like you said, it's probably more hidden. It's probably more hidden. But what we see out, like you got the Sister Wives show, you got cultural where people married to has multiple wives and things like that. So I don't know. Maybe it's more just they probably more shows male wise of why we think that way, but it could be a
I,
lot of women.
I personally think that the way we are wired, honestly, I can't really go in depth, but I don't know the statistic out there of women that participating in this, but I just feel like the way we are wired, I would say men are more polyamorous than women, in my perspective. Unless it's
Can I read this comment before you go into it?
Yeah.
So Amara said, here is my take. I could be wrong. Women may become involved in in poly one
Monogamous.
relationship to for a variety of reasons, which can vary depending on culture, religious, and individual factors. It's important to note that attitudes towards polygamy, as well as the reasons for participation in such relationship, can differ significantly across societies and individuals.
So, I just want to let you know. So, polygamy is different from polyamory. Just there's two different things happening here. So, I guess I'm assuming that you are referring to
I think
polyamory.
he's looking at polygamy.
Yeah, polygamy is they're married. They're actually married. Now, polyamory is that whole there's
It's not necessarily required.
yeah,
to
it's
be
not a
married.
marriage thing. It's
Just
just
an
an
agreement.
Like an
agreement.
orgy with agreement.
Not a
P1. Thank you,
marriage.
Stan.
Not
All right, keep saying
Thank
P1,
you,
Sean.
Stanley.
he
So
want
Stanley,
me to.
Stanley said women are always insecure.
I mean, he ain't lying. That is
Ain't
true.
lying
And
though.
that's what, and now I guess they're coming out to
They
say it.
coming out. They coming out. You know, like okay.
But why though? Women are always insecure because a lot of things women do are taboo to society. But now, like I said, it's giving women chance to put everything out there. Hey, if you're into having multiple partners, if that's how some of you out there living, be loud, be proud, put it out there so we can know about it. You know, you're not gonna be crucified for it.
Child.
Okay, so let's talk about legalities, right?
Thomas.
I'm
Some
always celibate when
we
you want
always
yes something.
celibate, and we respect that. We respect that.
Well, that's okay. See, I think be laughing.
Because Thomas always celibate when you want yes
Ain't
something,
no
but when
thought
you not,
again.
but when you inside it, then he can have different conversation. The
Yeah,
man
yeah.
can talk all.
Me, I believe him. We're talking about his celibacy long time.
Okay, so is being polyamorous legal? Do you guys think it's legal? Oh, by the way, per the research, men are more likely to be polyamorous.
I knew
But I
it.
told you. But I told you.
Ah,
I said it's with or without consent.
that's a men's sport. So
Mm.
we're not gonna try to compete with them.
That's really men's sport.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah. So
Yeah,
tell me, do
question.
you think that being polyamorous is legal?
Yeah,
Is polyamorous the one that's not married, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Then it's
Yeah.
legal because it's not marriage.
It's not so don't not saying
So
that marriage
long marriage
certificate.
not inside it is legal.
You good to go. It's legal.
Yeah.
The
So you
government don't
guys
care
are
how many people you will mess with at once.
yeah. But so while it's not illegal, so
Yeah, you can have 10 people kill your dog, that your business.
it's not illegal to be in a polyamorous relationship. But most countries around the world do prohibit marrying multiple partners. So because of this, most polyamorous couples don't have any legal protections as a married couple would.
Yeah, because you can't.
I mean, why should they? They just having fun. What's it's not like they no. I mean, I could see why.
Mm. So about 4 to 5% of people practice this in America. 4 to 5% of people. Um, you were you saying something?
You raise your hand, you
Yes.
practice it?
I want to ask though. I could see where this would slightly be a bit of a legal concern. So let's just say if all these people are because we don't know the situation of other people that are in this situation. So are they? So if they're under the same roof, are they all like sharing, paying rent? Are they
Yes,
all like?
yes, they
So
are.
that's why.
Yes, they
That's
are. You know why? Because did you hear the first thing he said before about the sometime affection? He said he's in a place of where he needs to be taking care of his mom. So he's looking for that less of an expense. So he's able to do that.
Yeah, they're all in the same space. Remember, she said, "Meet your daddy."
Yeah.
Like that's why they had to agree because if he moves in, that's
That's another burden. Another
right.
person.
Right. So I guess I could see why at some point this could be slightly problematic. People living under the same roof, a lot of it could go left or right, you know.
So it's not really to Stanley's question. It's not some. Isn't they're not. They don't have a written memo of understanding. Some may. Others, most. It's literally a verbal, like a conversation. They discuss it, and it's you agree. Yes, I agree. let's do this kind of a thing. There's no written document that says you're bound to us, we're doing this. No, it's a verbal, it's a discussion that they have. And uh, Kevin can be like, yeah, I want to be part of this family. John can be like, yes, I do. Paul can be like, let's do this. That's the kind of agreement that goes on there. It's not a written
No.
document, because at any time John could be like, it's been real. I no longer want to be part of this relationship. I can go. So
Now, what if one person
there is
gain
no
the feelings?
MOU there.
What if someone gain the feelings and because we're human, and then kill one of the men in the house?
I'm
But
sure someone
but,
has.
but yeah, but yeah, is it a question that Stanley's saying? Ask what if it's my time and she go to Thomas?
You know we'll have a calendar.
But I true that can cause problems.
There'll be a calendar.
That's
Yeah,
true. Those
yeah,
things
but
happen.
suppose there is a calendar in place, but I'm not particularly feeling you because of what
I was about to say
what Joe
she's not-
did, what Joe did the
she's
other
not
night. I
married.
want to go back to that.
She's
No,
not
and
married
that's
to
the
the
thing.
inside. I don't
I
think
feel
she.
like it's not fair to be like, I want to. You have to like something about each of them. You can't say that. You gotta like something about each one of them.
Joe
Have
tried
to-
the other night. I want to go back to it.
No, you can't say that. Then you're being unfair.
But this is where open communication comes through, because
Right.
you're gonna tell Tom, hey Tom, like, even though I had scheduled to be with you, but I'm still gonna be with Joe tonight. And Tom can
and
both
She's not married. She's not married to them.
She's
She's
not
She's not
married, and
committed.
she
I
can-
remember the whole commitment he was talking about. She's not committed to none of them. She can do it at
And
any
she-
time.
Yeah, and she can say, "I will make it up to you
You
and
know
give you
what?
extra
I
time."
allow my business.
Yeah, mom.
I don't know if I can keep up with it, but it will be something to experiment.
It will not be too bad.
And my question is, do you have
So,
to have sex every
STD
night?
cooking up in their weird relationship. Oh my God. I'm done. No, because here's the thing though. I would hope that if you're getting in this agreement, that you can also agree to all get tested every
Right.
6 months.
Yeah.
And I say every 6 months because it's important to know that certain STDs don't show up for at least 6 months in your system.
Right.
So every 6 months, you all get tested.
Yeah,
Let me
maybe
tell
it's part of the requirement.
I think it should be part of the requirement. And I think it takes a lot of work and open communication to make this work. But if you really want it, if you're enjoying it,
Wow, STD requirement shouldn't even be required for just that. Even regular
you
relationships.
guys know, I don't know if this is off topic. Did y'all know that back in the days before people got married, it was required that they had STD testing?
Yeah. And in my church when we got married, that was the requirement. But we thought it was funny because we already had a kid.
What I think that should be a requirement overall. So there's no ifs, ands, and buts, and I ain't know. We all know. But with that being said,
Well, that's the
that
same way too.
lifestyle
It should be a DNA on their child too. If you get it before you get married, to make sure that man child.
Oh,
You know what?
You're
You know
right.
what? That's true.
So for my gentleman in the chat, how do you feel about a polyamorous relationship? Seriously, you have multiple women. Hold on now. Hold on.
look, I already answered you. I think Stanley answered
some men
too.
will say that's just too much.
Look, I said no.
So let me put a picture,
Stanley
Corina.
he agrees.
Let me put a picture of it because when you're asking the question, so you gotta let the men imagine. You go on a date with a woman. It's a beautiful woman. You really like her. You're having conversations. You're on a date, chopping it up. Next thing you know, she said, "Hey, this is what I'm into. I just want to know, like, how do you feel about it? I really like you. I would like for you to be part of my,
polyamorous club.
Think about it.
Part of my minute.
And she really nicely, y'all had conversation the whole night. She didn't tell you until in the middle. She said, "By the way,
Right there. I see where you're going, but they
yeah,
will
you
not
see where I'm
be,
going. You
they will
say
not
like,
be
oh.
interested in that route. If it's somebody that you already been intimate with, and that's one of the best people that you like to be intimate with. Hey.
So Jennifer, what are you saying? You're saying wait till y'all do the thing first.
Child, I'm talking about
But then you're not being truthful,
don't
right?
get me wrong, right? You know the statement ain't no new P. Like,
No, it's not being truthful. It's an interview process. You trying out.
because I feel like if you're meeting a girl, you go on
It's
a
a
date.
process.
If you meet a girl, you go on a date. She tells you that you might be like, yeah. But
Yeah.
I want chamo that you really like. When you see that chamo and all your hair on your body can stand up, that chamo tell you say, my boy, I really part of I interested in it. Yeah, I part of it. Yeah, I want you to be interested in.
I agree that it's
Like,
definitely not a first date
especially
conversation.
the no commitment part. Hell yeah, they're doing it. What time?
So
What time I have to come to the house?
yeah, and that's the thing. I was watching something where it was the other way around. What the guy was the one, and the girl he was dating her. He didn't tell her. She went over his place, and then he finally told her. And then next thing he told her, well, if you want to meet the rest of the ladies, they coming down. So flip that situation around where you like this girl. She stay to come over. She done cook, make some steak, whatever you eating. And then she said, oh, there's something I meant to tell you, but I didn't know how to tell you. But I'm in a polyamorous relationship and I really like you. I don't want to, let you go and all that stuff. I wasn't, I didn't mean to hide it from you, blah, 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 blah. And then while you're here, I would like for you to meet the other men. Oh, by the way, honey, I come down, say hi to.
No, Faye, that's bombarding a person. Can you warn me first? Warn me.
Like,
It's definitely not a first date conversation, I will
If
say.
it's too much for you,
No,
you
I'm
have
not
it.
saying it's our first day. Y'all been
It's not
dating.
first. He says it's not first date, but if it's too much for you, you have all rights to leave.
Right. But the
No,
introduction,
but you know what? I want to talk about this double standard about the men are so focused on STDs right now from the woman's
and now they're
perspective.
looking for
That now,
Yeah.
that now you're so focused on STDs. I keep seeing your comments talking about STDs. Let me tell you something. Vice versa. It happens. Okay,
Right.
it happens. So I'm just saying to y'all, it's not just women that are at high risk for getting STDs doing sexual intercourse, but men are as well. So y'all leave that STD thing Bennett alone. We're saying to y'all that if the people are in agreement, they will get tested before they even get intimate. So I leave
Yeah.
that part alone.
Just
But
like
what
the sex workers, you may think that
yes.
porn
So
stars.
what we're not discussing is, are you men in agreement to this? Can y'all
Yeah.
agree? Because y'all want us women to be in agreement with your lifestyles, with the double women, with the girlfriends on the side. Sometimes
Right.
we y'all keep hiding them. Now we're saying, don't hide them. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna hide mine. You don't need to hide yours. Let's make this a happy relationship.
Not
I
a
know yours.
not a celibate man talking about no rubber, no riding.
Yeah, but I told you.
It's
What I
the
tell
double
you?
standard for me.
What I tell you?
With the getting tested and stuff,
Big no. See, Stanley said big no. Okay, Stanley, we want to know why. Why not?
He just said
Why
it. Look,
not?
we are
Why
not willing to
not?
share.
come on, chef.
So are you? So if it was the other way around, are you willing to do it the other way around, like juggling
That's
multiple
why I
women?
was asking them.
Stanley, are
He's
you
in
into
a
like
polyamorous
juggling multiple women?
relationship with multiple women.
Will you be okay
Without
with that
them knowing
concept?
about it?
They have to know about it. There's not. I'm dating Sarah, and then I'm gonna date.
Yeah, the
Oh,
whole
I'm
point
sure
of
they're fine with it. Can you imagine if men can have all their women like each other, like how these people are living this lifestyle? Can you imagine that? They would love it. They're
It,
getting along. Nobody's jealous. Nobody fighting over me. I can go to this other room one night. Can you like they
child.
but
will love it?
imagine if men are just honest with women like this from the beginning. Like, listen, I like you, but I'm talking to other women. Are you down with that? It will save you so much headache.
It's
as
not
I
just
told
so
you,
much. Another thing is too.
I am in
Like,
a
we need
relationship
specific.
with
We need you to
other
be. I'm
women.
sleeping. I'm intimate.
Intimate relationship with other women. Are
Now
you
Yeah.
the men are saying no, Ma. I read the comments.
me?
Me,
But
but
All right.
I
I
don't
do agree
agree
to
to anything
outrageous
outrageous like that.
like that. One man, one woman, and I can barely keep up. This is why I keep my
You know,
Viagra on that. You know why you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. But
guys,
with
I
that
hear
being
this
said,
a lot. I hear this a lot where men be like, "Oh, I can't even keep up." Next thing you know, they're juggling the one that can't supposedly keep up.
all
So
they say,
I,
that's too much work.
I
I've
feel
heard,
like that's such
I've
just crap.
Like, who has time for that? When you once you start that, it's just too much.
that's too
Yes.
much work.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah.
or suppose you know what my mind is going to. Suppose your guy friend is much bigger than you. Then you go behind. Then you'll just be like swimming in there. Did I
So
You
get?
know
can I
what?
ask
You
you a
know what?
question? Can I ask
That's
a
what I
question?
thought about.
Are you sleeping with with multiple men on the same day? Are they is she doing it on the same day, or is she picking a day
It's a
for each of them?
preference.
I
It's a
wonder.
preference.
It's
I'm
a
just
preference
saying
of
because
what she doing.
I'm
If
going back to what Vanessa just said. You know, after that thing, especially if you go like 1 or 2 rounds, like you need a break and
That's what I'm
you
saying.
need the muscles to
And then
contract, go back
right,
where it's
and then
supposed to
so if
go.
she don't do her
I'm just
kegels, if she don't do her
saying.
kegels, then our guy gonna come. The next
She
guy gonna
really need a lot of Kegel
yeah.
exercises, and she need a break to get back there. You know where it's supposed to get to, and try it
That's what
again
I'm
later.
saying.
How y'all know she need break? No matter that she need every more body wire different. Why?
No, it's not about
Every
being
woman
wired, but
body
it's
wire
kind of like
different.
You're happy, Faith. Our mom is too happy.
That woman is too excited. She said, "Yay, teamwork, make the
But
dream
here's the
work."
thing though. I feel like she's not doing all of the 3 men or that on the same day.
I don't
I
think she
know.
is. I don't think
I
she
don't
is.
think she is.
I don't think she
And let's
does,
just
but
get
it's
back
a
to women.
possibility she could do too.
But
Let's
then
get
what would
back
be the
to
point if she's not? Because it diffuses the whole purpose. Because they are not in like a they're not trying to get married. So I thought the whole purpose of this whole polyamorous thing is to just have fun. So if that's not what she's doing, then
Hawa is talking with
what's the
passion.
point?
Oh, I am. Oh, you know, in my next lifetime, Stanley, I might consider this because in our life, in the next lifetime,
This is
way
your
back.
assignment, John. Paul, this is your assignment. Ethan, I'm naming all the possible names.
Oh, you think about your own names? But you know what? I feel like as women, we're so emotional. I don't know if I can. It's like I said from the beginning, and I stick to this. This is a fantasy. I don't think it can be a reality.
Reality.
And because it's something that it's like, how can you really manage it? How can you really like we're so emotional? I don't well, let me speak for myself.
Yeah,
not everybody.
Moses,
Most
welcome.
perspective. Oh.
Welcome. We miss you tonight, but
I
it's
want to hear most
alright.
perspective.
Chime in, Moses. How do you feel about a polyamorous relationship? That is you dating multiple people, multiple women.
Yeah, Thomas. All right.
How do
Yeah,
you
let me
ladies
answer
really
for
feel
Thomas.
about
Thomas,
this?
let me answer for myself. The sexual part, I'm not sure about, but I wouldn't mind because like some men are, you meet a guy that's really nice, and it's like, I wish he could do this. I wish he could listen more. I wish he was romantic. I feel like if you had a romantic one, you had the one that paid the bills, you got the one that put it down. Yeah,
I think that's what we all women want.
Package, right? That's a wonderful
It's like
package.
take a little bit out of this person,
Yes.
take a little personality out of that
Right.
person. I mean, it would be great.
Yes.
Nah,
That's the one that only one interesting. For kids, they say sex is
Sex
But
has
the
to
sex
be
is
love.
part of it too. But
Sex
the
is
sex
part
is
of it.
not every night. That's all I'm trying to say.
No, it's not.
One man,
It probably won't be every night.
I mean every day, like every week, like we gotta give it time. That's all I'm
Listen,
saying.
that woman don't need no time.
I'm telling you right now, I mean I like the poly
Yeah,
stagery.
Roxanne, what he said, tell us.
I like the poly stagery relationship. That's where fifth is at, where you if you if you can talk in because you're single, you can talk to multiple people. But as far as that other the polyamorous, no, the polystagery, which is I just made up, that's the talking stage relationship where you talk to multiple people to figure out who you want to date. I'm to the
Don't
polystagery.
bring
Oh
that.
yeah.
That's just dating.
That's
dating.
dating.
That's why I
You
said
just put your word in my
polystagery.
mouth, Karina. That's just dating, girl. You
Well,
just
yes,
you
well,
just
That's
Wait. Polly, what thing?
polystagery.
That's not a word.
stageries. But that's
Wait,
just called dating.
Katie,
Yes.
it's the fact that I was listening to go, you know, call someone Polly was, and I'm like, oh, Polly, what thing? Polly.
You better believe that was a real word, right? Polystagery, me get a definition for somebody else. It's for people who at the talking stage, the beginning, the talking stage. That's the polystagery people, and then that's the polyamorous people, the people who are in a relationship with like multiple people, and then the polygamous.
Don't come messing my
Thomas,
definition.
Thomas, don't call our husband, man. I'm just saying. There was a guy, there's a time I was be tired when me talking to him, be like, babe, what you saying? God, just I get one
Hey,
listener.
you got part to connect supply.
Or better yet, he'd be like, "Oh, babe, I'm listening. I'm listening to you.
I got time for you, babe.
Babe, I can hear you. Keep talking. Where if we get somebody that actually listen to you?
That Timothy just laying the pipe. It's like, okay, to me, I
Yes.
This is an interesting conversation.
all right, all
Lord
right,
have
all right.
mercy.
Let's go back. Let's back to research.
That fine
Wait,
story.
did I read Moses' comment? I didn't see it. Did y'all read it?
Moses
Say,
said,
yeah, more than one.
if we want more than one more talking.
You said that Jennifer should stop talking about you. One small, yeah, small, yeah, small, yeah. That's what you wanted.
I have a one.
Thomas, you calling their husbands? Oh Lord.
Don't
No,
call them. Don't
that's
call
why
them.
I said we need a little bit of personality from John, a little bit of from Thomas, a
Hey,
little bit from
Ezra. Let me tell you what my collective names would be.
Come on.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. I told you it's all fantasy. I'm serious. It's all
The big one.
We would have Ezra. We would have Ezra. We gotta have Ezra. Ezra is a sexy name.
Ooh.
We would have John because John just rolls off your tongue.
Wait, are you gonna rename them or they coming with these names already?
I gotta find the people that have those names.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
That's cheating business. Oh,
Look
so when y'all
at
doing
it.
it, not cheating here. When y'all doing it and not cheating, we're saying to y'all, instead of you guys sneaking around, be open about it. Let the polygarious, the polyamorous, the polygranous, everybody come together.
They're probably dating.
The
The
P1,
polydating.
P1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
P1, 2, 3. Everybody just come together in an
We're
agreement.
all in this
Exactly.
together.
You heard? She said, "Oh, what she say in that video? Oh, this is like what she said? Like a gathering, like a
I know,
like a."
right?
I was like,
This is so great.
"This is so great. Oh, they're not gonna do me the all together." Oh. But
I have a question
brotherhood.
for other
This
women
is
that
a brotherhood, okay?
Oh, the more I listen and I'm like,
I'm just that
Tell
was
me, I
my
got a question.
Hey,
Right.
Katie, so you have intention.
Yes,
look.
You're up to training. You have intention.
I'm just the educator here tonight.
Me, I won't flip the script a little bit. Okay. So everyone saying no, they won't do it, they won't do it. Okay, fine. So let's flip the script. What if the same concept, right, with the multiple men, but each of them give you allowance, a certain amount a month? Is
They
that
had
something
to.
you would still
Y'all live in
do?
a house. No, but y'all live in a house, so a portion of it they are taking care of you.
But like a nice set of allowance. I'm not talking about no like chunk change, kind of like
Or
Hmm.
these are like your favorite celebrity crushes.
Oh,
put Usher in there.
Jennifer really thought they went over.
Put
Jennifer.
Usher in there. Put Tank in there.
Okay, when we
Oh, you said yours is Usher? The name has to be Usher?
yeah, babe.
No, it has to be the person Usher, not the name. The person Usher.
Yo,
Throw a little bit Usher.
Yeah, let me finish my educational
A
moment.
little bit of Idris
First of all, you
Elba.
were too busy fantasizing your names. What you talking
A
about?
little bit,
Education?
You
a
finish
little
as
bit,
your name,
a
yeah.
little bit of Method Man.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're thinking.
Moses said he gave up. Moses, don't give up when y'all doing it. But here's my thing: when y'all doing it, it's okay. This is the new norm. Y'all heard the title "Normalizing Multiple Partners." So y'all better get used to it. Y'all see that one? And it was like, she's not the only one that's doing it. A lot of women are now doing this, but it's just a shame to talk about it because they're afraid they're gonna be judged. So at the end of the day, y'all gotta know that this is normal now. This is it. If y'all do it, how about us? Let's do it also. For some of us, we really cannot handle.
you know what I heard though, y'all? I heard
But
there's a religious practice where it's okay for women to live like this. Corina, you should do that.
I don't see why not.
I heard
Honestly
that's a
don't see
religious
why
practice that
not.
encourage that.
Well, yeah,
There's not-
but I was so let's talk about our poly well we'll start with the US. Our poly relationships not polar relationships, poly relationships. Sorry,
Start
earlier
with
we
this
said
P
polar
again.
relationships, yeah, but they're poly relationships. Are they allowed in the U.S.? Let's start the U.S. Despite the shift in cultural, social acceptability of non-monogamous relationships, or marriages to multiple partners, that is illegal in all 50 states.
Utah.
Hold
No,
on.
it's not illegal.
And federal law still criminalizes marriage to more than one person in all 50 states except
Utah.
Utah.
I knew it. I watched Sister
You're
Wives.
looking at.
Give me
She
this.
said, "I watched Sister's Wife."
And I follow it faithfully. They
You
are
say
So
you
like
different,
that's
but
so
you
listen
say
now.
Utah and where?
No. So poly relationships are illegal. Polyamorous relationships are illegal in all 50 states of America. But Utah
120 pounds.
Utah allows polygamous relationships. Y'all remember polygamy is being married to multiple like men being married to multiple women, women being married to multiple men. So except the state of Utah, everywhere else right now that is a criminal offense to be married to
Yo,
multiple people.
There go, Ama.
I
Ama.
just think
Now, in other countries, it's a very small number of people that do this, more acceptable for men. However, there is some part of the world that will allow women to live out this lifestyle, but it's like somewhere in a very place that we don't know about.
Can we
And
respond to Moses? Moses, I don't think we're promoting cheating. We're promoting openness in relationship. Being
it's
open and
nothing.
honest.
There's nothing cheating about it because the people
Yeah,
are aware of it.
this is
They're aware of
education.
it. An
So
open communication. Tell us you want multiple women. Let me be in agreement to you dating multiple women and know that I'm not the only one. And then vice versa. She needs to tell you she likes multiple men as well. So it's not promoting cheating. It's just being open about what you want and like and your preferences.
we are more
So
like
if you go
no,
ahead.
sorry, go ahead. No, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say if you are in agreement with it, you can't think of it as she's cheating.
No
You
cheating.
agree on it. So now
Yes,
you're
no
part of it.
cheating.
So vice versa, and same thing for men. You want multiple women? Let's talk about it. If that's a lifestyle you want, hey, that
I
suits
think
you.
Thomas is thinking about it. If it's dark skin, if the ladies are dark skin and 105,
5, 10, 125, 20 pounds. You think about it.
that's the thing. Preference, right? So when
yeah,
you're picking your partners, you do have preference, right?
mm-hmm.
But I do want
Mm-hmm.
to clarify to all of you, this is an educational show. What you do in your personal life is your business. But we are going to define terms for you guys. I bet y'all thought that was polygamy, right? No, that's polyamory. Just whatever you do tonight, walk away with that word polyamory, not
And
polygamy.
also understand that it's normalized now. People are doing it.
People
most
are
importantly,
doing it.
It's happening. The
Now, is
reality is
it
sometimes we
legal
don't like
to marry these people like how we saw Kenya in the video? It is illegal to marry these men. You can
but you
marry
can
one
have
of them.
relationships with
You
them.
can have marry one of them, and the others can live in the house, and y'all can still be in agreement. But
Yeah.
you can't marry all of them. Now, if you were in Utah, yes, you can marry these people without not going to jail.
they need to leave the marriage out of it. That's what that's
But
part one
that's
had to
why I said leave that commitment out of it. Just do it as a choice. That's what you want to do. You do it and let it go. Keep it
Mhm.
moving.
Which is what this which is the kind of relationship that most people won't be in, but especially for men, but they won't say some people
They
got
won't
no
say it up
business
front.
being
That
married.
honestly is what that kills
Yeah.
people. Like, no, you want if that's what you want, if you can handle it, right? You can afford it.
You go for it.
You can handle it. Go for it. But just be honest, because if this is becoming our new reality, honestly, the least you could do is to be honest with the person. I think we've talked about this on the show many times. Like, talk to me about it and see if I'm in agreement. You may be shocked that I'm just like, oh yeah, why not? But then I'm gonna switch the table to say if you can do it, I
we
can do
do
it
it too.
too.
Mm-hmm.
So why
Mm-hmm.
you say that, right? I'm gonna go into the concept of open marriage real quick. So having an open marriage is not the same. It, the idea comes from polyamorous relationships, but it's not the same because y'all are married and y'all are two people to expand your horizon. So it's not the same as a polyamorous relationship, but the concept comes from that. So with that, do you think that open marriages work?
Yes.
You think that open marriages work? Why do you think so?
I think so because you guys are open and honest with what you both want. You guys are not sneaking around doing it. Nobody's feelings should be hurt because it's an agreement. Let's have an open marriage. And I think, and we talk about this on here, I just said that the best thing you can do is to communicate in the beginning. If I'm in agreement with it, Karina, it's gonna work. When it doesn't work, it's because somebody's sneaking around, too much emotional gets involved. Like, no, this is what we agree upon. That's what I think that for I'll give an example of Will Smith and Jada, why they've been together for so many years. And we may not know the details of their agreement, but the speculations out there is that they have been in an open marriage. That's why it lasted this long. Okay. And I think it can work if you both are open about doing this. Like, I'm fine with it, you're fine with it, let's do it. We know why we're here, right?
I don't think it can work. I
Okay.
think that they're always gonna end up bumping some type of there will be some form of collision in there because anything there is too much freedom in, there's some form of destruction that happens, right? So
Rules and
like,
regulations.
hmm?
You have to have rules and regulations. This is how far we will go. This is who we will tell. This is what's gonna. It boils back down to communication. So I don't know. I think it works, but other ladies, y'all put your
I was gonna say if women, you know how we are, there's gonna be some type of jealousy, and I don't think it will work. I think at some point I may agree with it, and then some morning I'll wake up and be like, nah, dog, I don't want to do that. So I don't know. I feel like we can be catty. We can be. I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe. So each his own.
Yeah, I'm that. Yeah, I'm like, first of all, your man see you with another dude, then it's gonna get complicated. They say that, but it gets
Karina, he
complicated.
shouldn't see you. I'm saying it should be rules and regulation. Let's set the table. I don't
For
want to see.
what? For open relationships?
Open
Yes,
marriage,
Open marriages?
our relationship,
yes,
open
Also, how
marriage.
are you saying the person don't have to see it?
yes. That's why
Oh
I said rules and regulations. You doing it? It's like you do. I don't need to see it, but at least I know that it's happening or it can happen because we're both
yeah,
open
yeah,
to it.
right.
I think it can work.
You
Yeah,
think
I
it work?
think
Ah,
so.
yeah, I like that. I like that's a very risky game to play with because if somebody for each that, if the man like all that you more than you, then
No, but think about it, right? You see the people that can carry the people to the sex dungeon, or,
Dungeon.
or the people that can swing.
Swingers.
Where it's like some men like to see their partner intimate with somebody else. Why they, all that Christian thing. But if it's something where we sign a paper, I don't have to see it, smell it, maybe. But
Right.
what I picture was me seeing it. And everybody's different. See the way I'm set up.
But you already know it's possible. So
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to see it. You get what I'm saying? Like, keep it out there.
Sammy,
You're muted.
Yeah, go, Roxette.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry because I got a princess. Yeah, I tell her about the topic and she fixing her face like no. So she gave me her 2 cents on it, so that's why you'll see my lips moving. But that's not a game I will be playing. I just feel like you never know who that person will come across one day. Yes, you got rules and regulation on it's all fun and
No,
game
but
until you
I
meet
don't think you play that. I don't want to work with husband and wife, man.
the husband. Your boyfriend said I game you want to play with it.
Yeah, but I let that one.
So are poly relationships healthy? So based on the article, they can be like monogamous relationships, right? They have their ups and their downs. However, when you're in a polyamorous relationship, it requires extreme communication, one, honesty, two, and care, serious care, part of the article. But it has the same ups and downs as every relationship would. So there could be healthy ones, there could be unhealthy ones. Just as a monogamous relationship, there could be a healthy monogamous relationship and not healthy one.
Sometimes I say you don't even want to see that one.
Hey,
So that means I want to see a two or a three. I mean, you want to see all.
hey. Imagine you and your man sitting on the internet shopping for more men for you. You be like, I let it won. They reach out to
And
him.
that's what she said, right? Imagine if your dude was vetting all the guys that you were going on a date with, and like, and that's what she was like, "Oh, this is so great."
Listen, that lifestyle is not for jealous people. Hmm?
It ain't for the weak.
It's not.
That's
If
it.
you're
That's it.
jealous,
That's it. It's
don't
not
go
for the weak.
playing it.
It's not for the weak. It's not for the weak.
I know I won't be able to play it because
So, what religions practice polygamy, right? When it comes to marrying, we know that
I
in the
think we all know
We all
what
know Muslim people do it.
and then a lot of northern African countries they do it. Middle Eastern countries they do it as well. They marry multiple women. Now I don't know about the women marrying multiple men, but it will get there. It'll get there. Mm.
Mm,
But y'all know I had to bring it back to the Bible basics. How
okay.
y'all think the Bible feel about this?
Not happy. You are. What kind of question is that?
Not even how y'all think the
No.
Bible feels. What is the Bible saying about this?
I feel like you know the answer to that question already.
You can have
Oh, I'm gonna
multiple
let you hear
wives.
into this one.
How many times have you referenced the Bible to say these things will happen?
It
These
was
things the Bible
happening,
says will happen. Let's go back
but
to Korean
it wasn't in
Boys.
God. Well, so now being told it wasn't in God's will. They happened, but it wasn't in God's will. So what I read was that in the Old Testament, yes, we saw people like Solomon who had what was it?
Mm.
700 wives, 300
Mm,
concubines. David, who was almost near his son. Now y'all know that David was Solomon's father. He had the same lifestyle. We saw multiple kings of Israel that lived that same lifestyle, but the Bible says explicitly that the Bible, well, God is against polyamorous, polygamous relationships. He never liked it because it always brought some form of trouble. There was always some form of confusion when these things happen. And so we can see how all the kings fell because of these reasons. So it goes to show that open your eyes, there are some issues going on here with these things. So now fast forward to this day and age, is the Bible still remains the same. One man, one woman.
If you say so.
I'm sorry, y'all. Milan said for me to let you know the groundhog didn't see a shadow, so spring is coming.
With that being said,
it gotta be that
um,
picture.
Well, I said, hold on, mommy. I have to tell him something. So I said, tell me. We gotta walk on. I can't talk out. She got me into it. So I said, tell me. And I said, um, the groundhog does not see a shadow, so spring is coming.
Amen. I saw this Sunday
Listen,
morning, y'all.
we want spring to come and we want someone to come. We
Yeah.
here for it, all of it.
eh, but seriously, Karina, the Bible said it, but in the same Bible they had multiple wives. So, or new, they still had it, and that's what the people are. And a lot of people are actually following that. So some people are
But
still
this is
stuck.
what I'm publicly saying to people that said, "Oh, you see that the Bible had it. See in the Old Testament, the God was never for that." And
That's like God's not for divorce, but He said that if a man's heart is too hard, so if you want to do that, pack the woman bag in Corinthians. take her back to where you got her from. Because
Yeah.
men got hard heart. But he's not for divorce, but he still said that you can do that if you find a woman unfitting for you, you can do that. So
So
let that
on
preach.
this platform today, you're gonna say to me, yeah, men or women don't marry multiple people.
Oh, let me just laugh out loud.
Yeah, I pick you up to that. Yo, Corina, us on the conversation. Is this a dead topic or something?
They're insisting.
Something really wrong with y'all.
Wait, digress.
You know what I see to be so passionate talking about this.
Yes, sister, have digressed. It's okay. Sure, God said it, and we're happy.
No,
I'm done. We're
no,
sorry.
no. It's not that. It's not that.
Because we already begging her that she not poor say sorry.
Because she getting ready. Once that shift to the Bible aspect of things, we're not even gonna get her. Let's not let her know.
I digress. The
No,
Bible
I think
said
that-
it. It's still happening in some religions. Leave it. Can we go now?
Corina said, I'm not done yet. I got more research.
Woo! Yo, sorry, it's off that conversation. Oh
I'm trying to bring out some good biblical truth here.
my God.
I see the okay. I see how it is. I see how it is.
I'm laughing.
My goodness.
My son wants to know why I'm crying. He said, "Mommy, why are you crying?" I said,
No, that's all crazy stuff.
because yo, why are we trying to like and this is not want to get her started more. Let's go.
Like,
"No,
I'm
no,
like,
that's
I'm
only until y'all finish."
like, I'm gonna cry on camera.
Wait,
Yeah, that's so
especially the
crazy.
fact that I don't want to start at it to say I am. Then I'm gonna come scratch it and I scratching it finish.
They go, meanwhile, Katie just like, okay, can I finish now?
She's still waiting.
She's
Okay.
there.
Y'all join us.
No, I'm done. So that is our educational moment. Men can do it. Women are doing it, but it is not in the will of God. At the end of the day, I am a Bible believing Christian, and I stay on the Word of God.
10 toes down.
10 toes
Yes.
down, my we
Although I
Not in the
would,
word of God. But
although
it's
I
good.
do think that I would like an Ethan, a John.
It's a John for me. And my son name is John. Every time you say John, I just think of my little 6-year-old. Like,
she put Ezra there. Oh,
Ezra. I don't know if got a weird name.
That says y'all gonna grow up.
oh Lord, no.
and be killing somebody dollar though.
No, my baby boy. Wait, no. He can do that. He can do that. It's all right. The dog gotta be kid anyway. Hey, Jeffrey, you got since you want here anymore.
Oh man.
Can I just tell you, AJ has picked up some type of obsession with a little girl named Zoe, and that's all we hear in this house.
And you know what? The last time you mentioned that he broke up with my daughter, I was really hurt, but it's all right. The height difference is a problem, so let's leave it.
He did. He when you mention her, he's like, Zoe.
Oh, today you over my daughter? Yeah. No, next week. What's next week? Next week is the 10th. Right?
Our anniversary.
It's our anniversary show. Oh man. Oh, Thomas.
You're
I love Thomas.
You're on sabbatical for too long. Thomas miss you,
Yeah, he miss you, Bowie.
I think Thomas think Hawaii is 5'10" and 120 pounds.
He even knows that.
Thomas, I'm not 5'10". I'm 5'5" and a half. Okay. No. And way now. No. Definitely not 120. You don't want me to be 127. I'll be too dry.
Yeah, too dry, too
Maybe
skinny.
he let try with me now.
Not a man
No, I
type.
gotta be dry. I
That's
want to
his
look.
taste.
That's just
Yeah,
type.
Another
but
person that will bring him out of celibacy.
Yep. A 5'10", dark skin.
sorry, I think I grew it anymore.
Well, depending like bro. So if you ready,
But no,
so
next week is our. So when we became Raw, it was about a year ago. So we want to celebrate that because it's important that we celebrate it because our previous podcast we had a lot of y'all with on there. Y'all followed us, so we're so excited and we can't wait to celebrate. And we just love having you guys just be with us every Friday. Even our newcomers that came when we became Raw, we just want to welcome you and just celebrate with you next week. And of course, our our staying co-host, we just want to appreciate her too being a part of us.
Yes.
But next week, come on, let's celebrate. We'll be cute, we'll dress up, and we'll get our bottles, man.
I'm
We
gonna
will
cry.
celebrate next week. Next week, I will not be late. I'll be on time. But no, happy
Man,
anniversary
come
to
first.
us. Huh?
And it did come first.
No, I'll be off. This is my Friday to work.
Mm.
But no, we just want to thank you guys so much for all of your support. And Thomas, I love you too, bro. Bro, Thomas, I know you want to be my brother, not
all that minute on the show don't want to be brother. Yeah,
but we always enjoyed our conversations with you all. So next week, join us. Let's have another great conversation. And if y'all don't share this show, we just asking you guys for our anniversary.
Hi,
Hi,
Danny.
Susanne. Yeah, please share the show so people, because some people come on here, they say, "Oh, we never heard," and we've been on now about a year now. So we want y'all to share it with other people. If y'all don't even think the person will watch it, you'd be surprised. They will enjoy our conversation, or they would just like to see some of us. So they would just come just because they see a dark skin, Vanessa right there. They see the chocolate Rasen right over here. They see that. You see that beautiful girl, the nice teeth, KD Karina. And then I see that light skin Lebanese Jew over here.
Red bone. The red bone.
They put it on blast. This is the people y'all want to see, okay? So when y'all ready, y'all come. All right? Y'all can see all of them. Step sister. Not my step brother. My real brother. And then of course, Karina, KD. And then we got our in the house. And then of course, hey, Angelo. She there to hey. Y'all know I can't leave myself out now, you know. But no, join us next week. We'll be having our 1 year anniversary of Raw Conversations. And we will celebrate with y'all. We'll talk about any topic you want to talk about. You can ask us some questions about the show, where we're heading. Give us some suggestions as well. I think that's important. Let people suggest what we should be talking about too. I haven't done that in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Karina, I beg you. Vanessa, close us.
I'm done. That was my last point about what the Bible says.
Okay.
But if you are involved in P1, P2, P3, just know that it's a normal thing now. Point 4. Okay.
It's been real. It's been real.
Yes,
for coming
we definitely appreciate y'all. Thank y'all today, and we will see y'all next week Friday. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your weekend. We love and appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Do you like taboo topics?
Do you like to talk about religion?
Do you like to talk about sex? Do you like trending topics?
Then join us live
on our weekly podcast
and follow us on our various social media platforms under Raw Conversations.
Ooh, that